Hello everybody, Michael Glenn here, putting on my Jika Tabi before class tonight. If you stay to the end of this video, I have a wonderful opportunity for some of you. Hello, I'm here with my student Besat, my student and friend. I wanted to ask you about your training experience with me, and maybe some of your prior experience and how those things compare for you.
You know how to give the sensation to the students. Like, if there is a technique, you're not trying to put the emphasis, focus on the technique, but you're rather trying to put emphasis on the sensation, the feeling you're supposed to get.
This is interesting because one thing I've been thinking about, especially just the last couple of days, is that in the martial arts or in the Bujinkan in general, people study form a lot, right? And form is very important. I think form is maybe a type of discipline. To study form, it's what makes you disciplined, right, as a martial artist. But to find the art, it requires feeling. So we're studying martial arts, right? And so the art of the Bujinkan is found in the feeling, not in the form. So I think in training, we need both things, right? We need the form, we need the discipline, but we also need the feeling or the art. That's what Soke does all the time. In Hatsumi Sensei's classes, one of the things he always says to us is, please learn my feeling. I don't care about the techniques. Just learn the feeling, right? And I think that's where the art can be found, right?
Yeah, definitely. If you were to show the techniques, just to show the techniques, it would put them straight into my head. But because you're kind of, when I'm attacking you and you're defending yourself and showing the technique, in a way, I feel like you're kind of giving me the feeling, the sensation, and I feel like my body unconsciously grabs that.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, many times my mind interrupts and tries to get in and tries to talk to me like, you should do it like this.
Yes. I mean, I think some of our training is unconscious. When we do technique, that's more from our conscious mind, right? But the kind of thing you're talking about is a little bit more unconscious or subconscious. So it becomes more about intuition and feeling,
Me personally, I feel like awareness, both in training and outside of training, is like I will say maybe the key to be a really good warrior or a really good Bujinkan.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that goes for many things in life, right? But in training specifically, awareness, it starts before you enter the dojo, right? Before you come to class, you have to put yourself in the right state of mind for training so that you can be fully present, right? And for me, I don't know about you guys or how you do it, but for me, I have rituals that I go through leading up to class. It starts sometimes 2 or 3 hours before class, right? I start putting my body and my mind in the right frame of mind for class, so that when I show up to class, I can be in the moment, aware, present, and fully focused on the training. One of the things I think that's really interesting with training is sometimes people think they are training, but the way that our training works, it's better if you let the training train you. You let the art teach you, right? Instead of you trying to learn the art, let it teach you. And And in order to let the art teach you, you have to be really open and present, and be,
Absolutely.
you know, you can't be thinking about um, whether or not you did the technique right, or look at that guy over there in class, he's doing it so wrong.
Yeah, that puts you straight into your head.
Yeah, when you start thinking that way, or even if you see the teacher mess up, right? When you can be looking at the teacher and think maybe he's doing something wrong, but you might be missing what the teacher's really teaching, you
Mm,
know?
true.
It may look like a mistake, but the teacher might have done it that way for a reason. And even if they are making a mistake, you still can learn something from it.
The days when my training hasn't been good, the days I really did a bad training, I didn't get anything out of training, is usually the days when I haven't been aware. I haven't been aware of what you are
Yeah,
showing.
yeah, yeah,
I've been just kind of just looking because
yeah,
I have
yeah.
eyes and I need to look somewhere.
Uh,
But I don't really look, and whenever that happens, I can't recreate what you showed me.
Sensei says, Hatsumi Sensei says that a lot of our training is developing the eyes to be able to see, right? So we think we're training how to punch and kick and throw, but we really are developing our eyes to be able to see what's in front of us, what we're really looking at. Sometimes I see this in students sometimes when I teach, like I'll show something and I think I'm showing a certain thing or a certain way of doing something, and then I'll look at the students and they're doing something completely different, right? And sometimes it's my fault. Maybe I didn't show it well, but also sometimes I think the students' eyes are not ready for what it is I'm showing, you know.
Mm.
And so when they see what I'm doing, they're seeing something different than what I'm actually doing.
Me myself, I used to be like, I used to always be in my head. I go intellectual about everything. I used to. I still, but it's not as
Not as bad.
as bad as 10 years, 5 years ago. But
Yeah, yeah.
to be aware of my surroundings, I think that's enough to win a lot of battles.
Yeah, you don't even need to fight most of the time if you have awareness in the present, right? Because you can avoid trouble before it even gets to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think in the time that you've been training, has your reasons for training changed?
I would say the reason I started training Bujinkan was probably just because I wanted I wanted to express myself. Like I wanted to be something, someone. You know, just to feel confident about
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. For me, I wanted to be a badass ninja. When I very first started, I thought, oh, I want to be an assassin. Like,
I kind of had the same feeling too.
I was like, 15 or something, and I'm like, oh, ninjas are badass. I want to be that, you know.
I don't have to put this, but knowing the nature, knowing it's kind of difficult
Yeah,
to be specific, but
Besad English is not his first language, but
yeah.
he's a very good with English anyway. Um, for me, like my reason for training changed. Like it started off wanting to be a badass fighter or a ninja, and now it's more about a self development or a pursuit of spirit. I don't care about fighting as much anymore. I'm more trying to develop my spirit or grow my spirit, you know, expand my spirit. Sensei has mentioned that training is a process of kind of polishing the heart, right? So the heart, uh, after a lot of years, can become dull or dingy or dirty from life, right? And so sometimes we need to do some maintenance on the heart and sort of clean it up and polish it, make it shiny again, And
Yeah.
Bujinkan training, he says, is one way to do that, to polish the heart, because you come into class and training reveals all those parts of yourself that may not be great, but you can fix them, right? So for me, that's my reason for training is more about that now. It's a kind of a different place that I've come to, you know.
When you look at Hatsumi, it's almost as if you're looking at the answer, the result of Fujikawa, what it will give you throughout your life, just looking at him.
Yeah, I always tell people that that I hope when I can, first of all, that I can make it to his age, and then
I hope so.
and then
Same here.
second of all, that I can be able to still move that way. And it's not just his movement; it's also his mind is so agile. Like he's very intelligent, and his wit is very quick. You know, a lot of elderly people do not have that. You know.
Oh no.
And so, you know, I don't know if it's the martial arts that did that for him or genetics, but it's still very wonderful to see, you know. And I hope that training can help me arrive to that place as I grow older too, you know.
And that's the interesting point you just made, and that is Bujinkan is something you can carry with you throughout your whole life.
Yeah.
I love things which I can carry throughout my whole life.
Well, you know what's interesting about something that you can study for your whole life is no matter how bad you are, there's always a chance to get better, right?
That's kind of give you hope.
Yeah, you can always grow and improve because you have many years to keep getting better.
Exactly.
Many of us in the Bujinkan, we share a journey through life, you know, and the longer you train, the more you see that. Like if you get to know someone else in the Bujinkan who's trained a while, you find out we've all shared a certain journey through life, and that journey is like something we can be connected with at the heart. It's like the Bujinkan is like a big family, and wherever I go in the world or whoever I meet in the Bujinkan, somehow we can just connect and be friendly with each other, no problem, you know.
It's almost like a family, you know. People are comfortable training people, you know. So I totally agree.
Oh, you totally agree. I misunderstood your accent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Still working on the accent.
It's a good accent. I like it.
Oh.
Well, anyway, thank you for talking with me. Yeah.
You're
I just
welcome.
wanted a kind of a casual conversation, and
You're welcome.
I wanted to make this video quickly to kind of describe a new project that I'm embarking on. I have a lot of people around the world who read my blog and look at my training videos, but unfortunately they can't train with me in my regular classes. So I would like to do a quarterly seminar for people who are able to travel, for people who are really motivated to train. And I have the first one coming up in October. So if you're very interested in that, you can go on my website and click the link and join me for training in October.